Hi guys, thank you for your patience. We'll start taking questions now. That's all we have time for today. Thank you for coming.
The man of the moment. Will he add to his total of 4 goals from his last 3? This is EA TV. Hello and welcome, and I can tell you it was a dry walk to the gantry today. No rain in sight. I'm Derek Ray on the commentary gantry, and sharing duties with me today, Stuart Robson. And coming up for you very shortly, live action from League One. It's Forest Green Rovers, and they take on Ipswich Town.
Well, thanks, Derek, as always. The scene is set, 2 good teams, a great playing surface, and a vibrant atmosphere. It has all the ingredients for a really exciting game.
And so the Forest Green Rovers starting 11.
Well, in this shape, unless their wing-backs play further forward, there won't be any width in their attacks, which then puts a lot of pressure on the strikers to provide the goal threat.
Here's the Ipswich Town starting 11.
Well, when you see it like that, their central midfield players look a little bit isolated. But I'm expecting the 2 fullbacks to push up to make it more of a 3-4-3. And I think we see a lot of positional rotation in this starting 11.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
And they kick off here. Stevenson. Running room in the wide position. Evans. Cross could be useful. Not messing around with that clearance. Well, they've given him too much space. But they took care of the situation defensively. And the referee takes exception to the challenge. Free kick. Good-looking move, this. Very quick thinking there. Well, who will be the player to decide the outcome, to determine the course of events? No reason at all why it won't be this man, Stuart. What do you anticipate seeing from him?
Well, big chance here, Derek.
Well, going for power and so close to finding the net. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. Moving into the advanced position. A chance for them to provide a test in the form of a corner. Can he deliver it with accuracy? The clearance wasn't decisive. Just can't get it past him. Could be. Still a chance. And the danger cleared. Just missing narrowly on the volley.
Well, it's a fantastic effort. Difficult technique, but he caught it so well. He's unfortunate.
Now, do they mean business on this occasion? Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Reece Brown. Could play it in. Untidy on the ball. He continues his run, but the danger averted for now. Well, when you sit off like this, you invite pressure. Well, he wasn't messing around with the clearance. Oh, and he didn't miss by very much.
Yeah, he adjusted his body so well there. It's a great piece of skill, and it probably deserved a goal.
They've given it away. Can he put them in front? But it was a wonderful chance, but the goalkeeper comes through.
Yes, Derek, we have to give credit to the keeper, but surely he should have scored there. That's a big, big chance.
Playing it in. Well, he couldn't worry the keeper with that effort.
Well, their finishing, as the stats confirm, has been wasteful, which is a shame because their build-up play has been really inventive. They just need to be more clinical in front of goal.
Now, let's see what they can do here. Could be. Oh, look at that. They've taken the lead. Well, they haven't been the dominant team so far, but they're certainly not complaining about the scoreline.
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself. And the movement is good, making for a comfortable finish. It's a really great goal.
So underway again here, 1-0 the score. Can they trouble the opposition this time? Credit to them for winning back possession. Stevenson. Right, I'm hearing there's been a goal in the Sheffield Wednesday match. Alex Scott can fill us in.
Yeah, it's a goal for Port Vale. The score's level again now at 1-1 with 36 minutes played.
Cheers, Alex. It's a corner. They take it short. And Blanco on the ball. Bailey Cargill. Reece Brown. And gobbled up with ease by the keeper. Edwards. Read it superbly to take back possession. And support available. Matt. Kyle Edwards. Burns. Moving into the advanced position. Oh, he looks threatening. Well, the cross needed to be better than that one. And the referee has decided to add on 3 additional minutes. Jamil Matt. Take it away. Promising possession, this. Great reflex action.
Well, that should have been a goal. Mind you, it's a brilliant save.
And they have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game. Over it comes. And the whistle is sounded for half-time in this game. Well, an honest assessment, Stuart, would be that he hasn't really been on top of his game in attack.
Yeah, you're right. He needs to impose himself on this game. He just hasn't done enough to get away from his marker so far. Unless that changes, they're going to struggle to turn this one around.
And this confrontation is underway. A chance for them to provide a test in the form of a corner. And the danger cleared. Just missing narrowly on the volley.
Well, it's a fantastic effort. Difficult technique, but he caught it so well. He's unfortunate.
Well, he wasn't messing around with the clearance. Oh, and he didn't miss by very much.
Yeah, he adjusted his body so well there. It's a great piece of skill, and it probably deserved a goal.
Can he put them in front? Well, it was a wonderful chance, but the goalkeeper comes through.
Yes, Derek, we have to give credit to the keeper, but surely he should have...
Now, let's see what they can do here. Could be. Oh, look at that. They've taken the lead. Well, they haven't been the dominant team so far, but there's some promising possession, this. Great reflex action.
Well, that should have been a goal. Mind you, it's a brilliant save.
Well, they haven't. So the two teams have switched around, and the second half is underway. Now he must favour the cross. A glorious chance. Oh, that's textbook goalkeeping. Ahmed. And Chaplin has it. Bad pass. It's with Blanco. Jamil Matt. And giving the ball away. Determined block. Possession given away, unfortunately. Stevenson. Will it be? Quite simply, an opportunity wasted. Easy for the keeper. Connor Chaplin. And he read it well, intercepting it.
Well, the stats show us that the hosts haven't had that much of the ball, but when they have had it, they've looked so dangerous, particularly when they press high up the field, win the ball back in those areas, and then counter-attack quickly.
And the threat on the counter-attack is very real. Here they come again. Great opportunity, and it's gone in. Just what the doctor ordered. Things looking very bright for them now with this buffer.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a really inviting ball played into the box, begging players to attack it, and he makes no mistake with the finish. He showed a lot of composure there.
So the ball rolling again. 2-0 the score. Well, we're into the final half hour. Out of play it goes, and it will be a throw-in. Connor Chaplin. Well, he's got past his man. The cross is on. Little. A bit sloppy in possession. Connor Chaplin. And Chaplin has it. And a textbook interception. Well, this would help them get back into the game. Oh, a good diving save. Substitution time it is here.
Dominic Bernard. Coming onto the pitch, number 26, David Davis.
And over it comes. And a relatively straightforward save for the keeper. A really sumptuous ball. Well, terrific defending to stop them progressing. Showing good defensive judgment. Robson with it. And Blanco on the ball. Reece Brown. Matt. What a big chance that was. Keeper has the ball. Well, we're inside the final 15 minutes. And that puts them in position. And now waiting to pounce. Can they keep it out? emphasis is on creativity. Magnificent challenge to win it back. It has gone over the touchline for what will be a throw-in. And they're making a change.
Number 4, Dylan.
Great pressure to win the ball back. Well, he could really get at the opposition. There to win it back. Connor Chaplin. That's an effective cross aimed at the back post. They've got it now, what can they do? Well, we'll soon be hearing the final whistle, and this is a performance to forget about from the point of view of the visitors, Stuart.
Well, there's been a real lack of energy right from the start of the game. Certainly when they haven't had the ball. They're closing down, decision-making and recovery runs just haven't been good enough.
Brown. Nicely timed tackle. And continues his run. Well, he really read that brilliantly. Camara. Connor Chaplin. And that will be all for this game anyway, and defeat for the visitors, much to the disappointment of their supporters.
You're absolutely right, Derek. They really struggled to get to grips with the game. They always seem second to the ball, and then just a few mistakes at the back, and it's cost them. Poor performance all round.
His performance in this particular game will have impressed many people, Stuart.
Well, he was a major reason why they won today. He was so reliable, and he inspires those around him.
And the match begins. A chance for them to provide a test in the form of a corner. And the danger cleared. Just missing narrowly on the volley.
Well, it's a fantastic effort. Difficult technique, but he caught it so well. He's unfortunate.
Well, he wasn't messing around with the clearance. Oh, and he didn't miss by very much.
Yeah, he adjusted his body so well there. It's a great piece of skill, and it probably deserved a goal.
Can he put them in front? But it was a wonderful chance, but the goalkeeper comes through.
Yes, Derek, we have to give credit to the keeper, but surely he should have...
Now, let's see what they can do here. Could be. Oh, look at that. They've taken the lead. Well, they haven't been the dominant team so far, but there's some promising possession, this. Great reflex action.
Well, that should have been a goal. Mind you, it's a brilliant save.
Well, they haven't. And it's gone in. Just what the doctor ordered. Things looking very bright for them. Oh, a good diving save. Substitution time it is here.
Some questions regarding the match?
that'll be all, thank you.
And a warm welcome. Our venue for this game is the Emirates Stadium in North London. I'm Derek Ray on the commentary gantry and delighted to be joined as always by Stuart Robson. And we have action to bring you from the round of 16 in the Carabao Cup. It's Arsenal and they take on Ipswich Town.
Well, the hosts certainly go into this game as strong favourites. They have better technical players and can be brilliant when everything clicks. But their opponents are well organised, resilient and pose a threat on the counter-attack. Therefore, an early goal will be the main priority for the home team.
Number 24, Reece Nelson.
Here are the starters for Arsenal. Martin Ødegaard plays alongside Thomas Partey in the centre of midfield. And the striker of choice today is Gerard Moreno. Here's the Ipswich Town starting 11.
Well, I'm intrigued to see how their two midfield players cope in there today, because they look very isolated. Yes, they're good athletes and skillful players, but it's asking an awful lot of them.
Thank you for attending the Emirates Stadium. Enjoy the match.
And the match is underway. Can he finish this? A goal in the early stages. Precisely what they had been planning.
Well, here it is again, and it was never really in doubt, was it? He was always going to score from there.
And back underway, 1-0 it is. Gabriel Martinelli. White. Partey. Nelson. Thomas Partey. Into the advanced position. And the danger cleared. Options in the middle. Oh, good-looking run. And cutting in from the flank. And the referee's verdict is penalty kick. Well, no card handed out, but quite a few upset players out there, Stuart.
Well, he's made a genuine attempt to play the ball, so penalty yes, yellow card no.
A chance to extend the lead. And it's a wild one.
Well, there's not much you can say about that. What a miss that was.
Can he finish? Oh, a goal! And a moment the goalkeeper would like to forget all about.
Well, here's the replay, and as you can see, he doesn't read the danger at all, does he? It's a poor piece of goalkeeping.
Two 2-0 here, and the ball is moving again. Martin Ødegaard. Martinelli. It did look on for them, but not to be. And you don't want to lose possession there. Well, the attack peters out, and that means it's goalkeeper's ball. Moving forward effectively. Partey. And gobbled up with ease by the keeper. Panuch Kamara. And there to intervene. Alexander Zinchenko. And promising stuff from Arsenal. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. Moreno. Well, this would help them get back into the game. In it goes to reduce the deficit. Still very much alive and kicking.
Well, here it is again, and credit to the goal scorer, but you have to ask questions of the keeper. He's got to have that near post covered for me. No wonder he's frustrated with himself.
So back at action, and Arsenal just one behind now. A chopping challenge, and the referee has got to have a big think about it. Well, he's gone into the book.
Well, he was late, and he deserved a booking for that.
Attending to his defensive chores. And Arsenal now find themselves in potentially a dangerous position. Partey. Kyle Edwards. Armando Broja. Well, a really single-minded piece of defending to make sure nothing untoward happened. Martinelli. Zinchenko. Chance to cross. Showing patience as well as persistence in the build-up. Well, honestly, I didn't mean to jinx them. Just wasn't a very good pass, finally. This might be the perfect counter-attacking opportunity. Well, not the greatest pass. Easily intercepted. Moving it forward. Well, that's a well-timed pass. Well, full credit to him. He had the audacity to try it.
Well, that's so close to being a lovely goal. It just doesn't come down in time.
Almost at half-time, it's going the way of the visitors as things stand. Stuart, what have you made of what you've seen?
Well, it's been a good first half so far, and they've been the better side.
Could be! Well, they're going to be very cross with themselves because that was a wasted opportunity. An important interception. Martin Ødegaard. Now Zinchenko. Martin Ødegaard. Oh, fancy footwork. Well, not a million miles away from the equaliser.
Well, he couldn't quite get it on target, but at least they're making chances now.
Edwards. Burns. Kyle Edwards. Oh, that pass easy on the eye. No way through. El Neni. Gabriel Martinelli. And unable to keep the ball. He's in here. And a goal! They've increased their lead, and they don't want to be throwing it away from here.
Well, as you can see, they finish this really easily. They don't give the keeper a chance, do they? That's a good goal.
And there it is, the referee's whistle. The first half has come to an end here in North London. A goal in the early stages, precisely what they had been planning. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. Well, this would help them get back into the game. In it goes to reduce the deficit. Still very much along. Well, he's gone into the book.
Well, he was late and he deserved a booking for that.
Well, full credit to him. He had the audacity to try it.
Well, that's so close to being a lovely goal. It just doesn't come down in time.
Could be! Well, they're going to be very cross with themselves because that was a wasted opportunity. Martin Ødegaard. Well, not a million miles away from the equaliser.
Well, he couldn't quite get it on target, but at least they're making chances now.
He's in here. And a goal! They've increased their lead, and they don't want to be throwing it away. Into the second half then, and Arsenal with a real mountain to climb. Broja. Able to skip past his man. Must be. And he's gone for power. So close to finding the net. Well, they have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game. How about the cross? Giving it a try. And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. And there's the delivery. Well, a bit short with the clearance. And problem solved for now. Oh, you don't want to lose the ball in that position. And it goes! Well, it's one goal after another. A highly impressive performance.
Well, let's see this again. He tries to run out with the ball. He has the ball taken off of him. He's made the wrong decision, and suddenly the ball's in the back of the net. Terrible defending.
Goals in plentiful supply. 4-1 currently. Nelson.
Well, the visitors, as you can see, have enjoyed so much of the possession and have used it really well today, particularly in the midfield areas. And I expect more of the same as the game goes on.
Well, they've been getting the substitute ready, and now they will make the personnel change.
Number 9, Gabriel Jesus.
Panuch Camara. Davis. And taking it away. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Decent position. Can they convert? Not an attempt that will live long in the memory.
Well, what a waste that is. It's far too easy for the keeper.
Martin Ødegaard. Thomas Partey. Gabriel Martinelli. And a throw-in for Arsenal. And time for the change now. Smith Rowe. It's with Ødegaard. And a chance, Ødegaard! A goal! He's dispatched it, much to the sheer delight of the fans.
Let's see this again, because the delivery into the box couldn't be any better. Played into just the right area, and then the finish is fairly simple in the end. That's a good goal.
So the current scoreline, 4-2. Connor Chaplin. Gerard Moreno. Just 20 minutes remaining now. And promising stuff from Arsenal. Well, a disappointing touch, and now a corner.
Well, they haven't seen too many chances, but the crowd sensing this could be a turning point. They need a goal here.
Well, they've decided to make a change. Short corner it is. Gabriel. And they could get one back here. Oh, and it goes! Another goal! And I'll tell you what, the impossible is becoming quite possible.
Well, here we can see it again, and it's all about the pace of the passing. One touch, slick movement, while the movement in the box is equal to it. It's such good timing. What a goal.
Neither side shy about shooting in this match. Connor Chaplin. Davis. Luke Wolfenden. And into the last 15 minutes of action. The outcome is a goal kick here. Oh, he's given us away. Smith Rowe. Arsenal recovering possession well. White. They get forward, but time is very much against them here. And that wasn't a million miles away, almost the equaliser.
Well, it's not a bad effort, is it? But they've got to find a way back into this one.
Panuch Kamara. And Chaplin has it. Kamara. He continues his run. Really good block. And it's played into the centre. Unable to trouble the defence with that cross. Emile Smith Rowe. Lots of space for Arsenal. They've got to be really mindful of the time situation, attacking though they might be. And no problems at all for the keeper. Jesus. And a big chunk of added time here, a minimum of 5 minutes. This could be the equaliser. Armando Broja. Connor Chaplin. Oh, that's a pass of high quality. And he could cash in. Unable to put the seal on victory.
Well, what a chance, Derek. That was the game right there.
Gabriel Jesus. Read it well. There's the final whistle. The travelling fans are full of the joys because they are moving on.
Well, I don't think too many gave them a chance today, but it was a really gutsy performance. From the first whistle, they were disciplined, full of energy, and I don't think there's any doubt they deserve to move on. Fantastic performance all round.
Well, he often cuts the figure of a thinking person's footballer. And Stuart, he's thought his way throughout this match.
Well, I have to say, that was impressive. Not just his goals, but his all-round play. He was excellent.
A goal in the early stages. Precisely what they had been planning. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. Well, this would help them get back into the game. In it goes to reduce the deficit. Still very much along. Well, he's gone into the book.
Well, he was late and he deserved a booking for that.
Well, full credit to him. He had the audacity to try it.
Well, that's so close to being a lovely goal. It just doesn't come down in time.
Could be. Well, they're going to be very cross with themselves because that was a wasted opportunity. Martin Ødegaard. Well, not a million miles away from the equaliser.
Well, he couldn't quite get it on target, but at least they're making chances now.
He's in here. And a goal! They've increased their lead, and they don't want to be throwing it away from here. Giving it a try. And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. Oh, you don't want to lose the ball in that position. And it goes! Well, it's one goal after another. A highly impressive performance. And a chance, Ødegaard. A goal! He's dispatched it, much to the sheer delight of the fans. Gabriel. Oh, and it goes! Another goal! And I'll tell you what, the impossible is becoming... White. They get forward, but time is very much... And that wasn't a million miles away, almost the equaliser.
Well, it's not a bad...
And he could cash in. Unable to put the seal on victory.
Well, what a chance, Derek. That was the game right there.
Just a couple of questions for you. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate that. That's all the questions we have for you.